missions. Once you start mission 8, you can't take a break. It just goes speedball from there. Do you want to do all the weird side missions first, or do you want to just go straight into the story?
I mean, I'm comfortable either way. If you want to, speed along and get to the next game, cool. If people want to stay in character, and I'm good either way.
Alright,
I
well,
came into
Necron
this with the
said
mindset.
either way, you said either way, so now it's putting all on Will. Will, you're on the spot.
Okay.
If everyone says either way, I'm gonna make you fight a midget for no reason, because I hate indecisive people.
Well, what are we supposed to be doing after this? Are we doing the dragon game?
I don't know, because that depends if Will wants to play with us after this, or if he just wants to take his ball and fuck off. So if he wants to do something after this, and you all agree on a game, I'll run that. If he fucks off and someone else where you guys want to do something, I'll come up with something. The dragon game, to run it on Fantasy Grounds, I can't unless I get the Fantasy Companion if you want Council of Worms. I would probably have to run it on one of your Foundry unless I somehow either A, get the money to get Fantasy Grounds on Foundry, or the Fantasy Companion on Fantasy Grounds, because I don't have it. I just have the base Foundry and the base Fantasy Grounds. Now the one where you're all just a dragon and you're defending against adventurers like in Monsters, I can run that with just the core book. I don't need anything else.
Okay.
So, you want like to do more wonky side adventures or some story missions? Because
I'm cool side.
alright, I'm gonna tell you right now, you are gonna wipe your ass power-wise with the side mission. But that's not the point. The point of the side missions is you do like heroic shit and save people. And it lets you illustrate your character. So yeah, there are times it's more of a role play thing, but position you guys could probably wipe your ass with it. Alright. So first things first. Drake.
Yes.
Have your warlock do his epic intro.
Alright.
If you want, you all can meet at your secret base, which we didn't stat out, but you all will have the VTOL jet from the Superpower Companion, so you can fly around in style, because Dr. Destruction trusts you with it.
Okay.
If none of you can be a pilot, they'll give you a resistance fighter as a pilot. It's going to come standard equipped with a Gatling laser and a rack of 4 Sidewinder missiles.
Alright.
I know Necron, because he has machine control, he can roll focus instead of his piloting skill if need be. So if you want Jinx to be the pilot, okay.
That's cool with me.
I mean, I personally would prefer a normal pilot with Jinx as the backup.
That's cool with me.
Oh, what's your piloting skill, Jinx?
D6.
Oh, well, she has the actual skill, so she's a certified pilot. That's the same as a resistance fighter, except, she gets a wild die for being a wild card. Their guys, they have like D6 across the board, but they're extras.
Yeah, well, I mean, there are probably going to be times we're going to be like jumping out of the VTOL and such like that, and we're going to want someone
But if you
on
just want
board.
your guy to be a co-pilot and stay on the ship, you can do that. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
The ship holds 1 pilot and like 4 crew, so there's only 3 of you, so that's easy to fit you and an extra co-pilot.
Besides, if worse comes to worse, I could just, I guess, go outside and hold on.
Bro, you got like super sorcery. Worst comes to worst, you can turn it into a giant pumpkin and make it fly that way. You literally have a blank check to be your own personal genie.
Yeah.
All you pay power points and say, fuck you, Chris.
What's your character?
Oh, well, there's a image of me in the
Yeah, you gotta
in
double click it and claim it, bro. You're still on the Fumar. Do I have to delete Fumar to get you off that?
No,
I
just
think
need
so.
to release.
Oh, I
No.
kicked them. There I go. Now try clicking the Warlock.
Hold on, well, let me get back in.
No, you just kicked him out.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
that would just kick them off the
No,
character. My bad.
that kicks the player. No, you need to go into the where is it? Is it player section? Yeah, go into characters and release your character. That's what you have to do, right? Open up the character section, click your character, right click it, I think, and release him.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna hit clear owner.
Yeah.
And then you can just, when you come in, you should double click the Warlock and put you right on him.
Alright.
There we go. So you just double click his name right next to you, and that would. Anyway, so
Yeah, if you go into the Discord, there's an image of my dude. I kind of
Yeah, I've
walk
seen that.
in.
It's cool. I like it.
You know,
all right. Now I
maybe
have a personal question for you. Where did you study magic?
my grandfather.
Was he Atlantean or half Atlantean? Because Atlanteans are like the major players when it comes to magic. There is a chance that you studied Atlantean magic, or the Atlanteans did help you along at some point. You'd have a connection with Atlantis right off the bat.
I mean, yeah, we could do that where I'm like maybe a quarter Atlantean,
Okay, cool.
if that makes life easier.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it too much because I didn't know how long we'd actually be playing these characters.
No, I don't mean like you have to be a quarter Atlanteans. I mean, you don't have to be Atlantean, but you would like anytime someone talks about Atlanteans or magic in general, it'd probably fall under your common knowledge. Because every
Alright.
sorcerer had to study stuff Atlantis did, because they're like the forefront of magic.
I also have like an occult skill of like a D10.
Indeed, you do. Which means, you can, bargain with demons if you really want to, but I don't recommend it. I'm sorry. Go ahead with your cool intro. So you just show up and like, yo, I got horns, or
I walk in, I'm like, I'm Warlock. The commander said that you needed a new person because you lost someone else.
Pleasure to meet you. Welcome to the team.
yeah, Fumar's. Okay, so Fumar comes out, and for a brief second, he turns into like a solid person, shakes her hand, goes, "Oh, thank God, you remember replacing me? Look out for Cheryl. She globs onto any new man that comes in. Well, I'm off to cure cancer and save the world and Brazil later." And then he turns back into a smoke and just dissipates and pieces out.
Sounds good.
Come out for
So long, you all have my cell number if you need anything, but the reception in Brazil is shit, so don't count, it may take me long to answer. Okay, I have a question for you. This is kind of weird, but they listed your cell phone as a weapon. Is that on purpose? Do you like beat people with a cell phone? Is it a Nokia brick?
No, that was an oversight. That was supposed to be. I was doing gear, and that should have been in like my normal gear, not in the weapons.
Okay, because I mean the Nokia brick does exist, and it is like the hardest thing known to man.
Hey, I have been hit upside the head with a cell phone sideways. It does not feel pleasant.
I know.
Just hand it over to Rampage, and he can probably throw it at a Visorian.
Well, yeah, I mean, Rampage, if you threw this, I'd count it as a heavy weapon. These are an actual Nokia, no other thing, but you don't talk about the Nokia phones, right? Yeah, those things are almost indestructible.
Yeah.
So, with that jokes aside, you're given your care package, a communicator, some stuff like that. They tell you copy in the right room. And they're like, well, Warlock, we're not going to ask your real name because we all try to keep this on the low, but the Resistance will hook you up with your own personal civilian vehicle and identity if you need it, like an apartment entrance in the city.
That would be very useful.
All right, and you don't have to do it now, but you can pick any civilian car from the book, the core book or whatever, and just,
Okay.
that's yours.
I actually have a driving skill. It's like a D4.
I know.
But it's an
That's why.
actual driving skill.
That's why one of the reasons I want to trust you with a car, because you can actually drive a stick shift. Woo!
And so can Rampage.
All right.
All right. With that said, they're like, well, now for non-civilian things, we can get you if the situation calls for it. We can hook you up with a Juggernaut APC, a VTOL jet, or the Chief Street Bikes. These will have weapons on them, so they will stand out like a sore thumb. So you probably don't want to take them out during a mission. Now, these things I just listed are in the Superpower Companion.
Okay. I will say this, sadly enough, I have no shooting skill.
That doesn't matter, because all of them, you don't have to be the one shooting, except for maybe the Chief Street Bike, but you don't have to take a gun on that. You can probably just cast spells from the back of a bike that's open like that. But that said, you have Dr. Instruction's like, well, I'm glad Warlock's here. You met your new teammate. We have 3 or 4 items on the table. They're kind of like odd jobs that need to be looked at. Tell me where you want to start. 1, Red Cross, the guy who runs the Resistance Hospital and heals everybody. Resistance members, poor people, Omega cells, first aid, requests that you hook them up with medical supplies.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, in character, give me a common knowledge roll.
Oh no.
17.
Okay, so you know that from your knowledge of the whole thing, you could probably rob the main hospital, or which would be much easier to get these medical supplies, would just like talk to Willie the Fish and buy them off the black market.
I'd go steal them.
You have Rampage has 75 grand in the bank, and you have 50 grand in the bank. If you want to go with stealing, you could talk to Willie the Fish. You could point, someone to steal them from. That'd be easier than the hospital. So
Okay. Talk to Willie then.
you guys want to call him up, or
Don't invite him out for pizza.
okay? So yeah, I don't have like a map for this. We're just doing role playing theater of mind.
Cool.
Give me a networking role to get in contact with them. That'd be persuasion or intimidation. Persuasion's usually the easiest. And you do get a +2 to this because you do have him as a contact.
5 then.
Everyone can throw in on this. Make it a dramatic task. Let's see what we got.
Okay.
Then I got 4.
Nice.
I
That's
got
7.
5, 4, and you got 9. All right.
Okay, so with that, Willie the Fish goes, my friend. Good to hear from you. What can the fish do for you?
Looking to get some medical supplies at a $5 discount.
Okay, so we got 2 options here. And he meets you at like Gino's Pizzeria. So they serve beer and they have pizza. Yep. And while you're eating pizza, he's like, now he's a classic Italian. He's eating pepperoni pizza. We can have whatever you want, but he's gonna have pepperoni pizza with stuffed crust. Okay, Necron, what do you want on your pizza?
Italian sausage.
Okay, Rampage, what do you want on your pizza?
Ham, Italian meatballs, and bacon. Essentially the classic meat lovers.
Fumar, Warlock, what are you getting on your pizza?
All of the basics except the anchovies.
Okay, so you get the Supreme.
Yep.
The one guy that came with you, Carl, got ham and pineapple. Because he's like, I'm getting Hawaiian style. And as soon as he begins to eat it, Willie the Fish and everyone in the pizza joint stand up and go, pineapple on a pizza? Heresy. And they chase him out of the place.
Oh man, I was gonna grab some of that.
All right then, but yeah, you can have some, but you'll be a heresy. Do it after the meeting. Carl's like, I'll kill. They'll sell it. They just don't like it there. That's what they're hypocrites. They'll sell pineapple on a pizza. They just don't want people eating it in front of them.
Take it and get out.
But yeah, so he's like, okay, so my friend, we have 2 options here. Either you can pay me 25 grand with all my discounts. I can get you supplies you need right now, plus complete. Or you can go to my competitors who've been underselling me a little bit and just take it from them. Now, to be fair, my competitors are Oswald and Guillotine. Oswald and Guillotine were once Omegas like you, supers, and their cell got wiped out because they said something about some sort of sleeper agent got them. And since then, they threw their hands up at the whole thing about war, and they just want to live on the margins and wait the thing out by making money off the war and suffering. They'll sell to everybody, good guys, bad guys, whatever. But they hate other supers, especially Megan. So if you show up, they will fight you. I don't think you get to negotiate. So out of character, you got a choice. You can go beat up 2 guys and take their shit. You can just pay money and be done with it. Or you could go try to rob a hospital. The hospital is more guarded, but there's a sympathetic guy who might be able to... a couple of doctors are sympathetic. So you could do that would be more of a social engineering where you talk to them and persuade them and do like a persuasion task. If you want combat, you can go beat up the bad guys and take their stuff. Or if you want to be lazy, you can just pay money and fuck off.
Okay. I mean,
What do you think, Will? How you want to do it?
I'm thinking, why not throw our hat in and try out the social engineering idea? I mean,
Cool.
worst case scenario, we can go and get the supplies. I mean, we can always
Give them supplies ourselves if necessary.
strategically give ourselves the supplies.
Okay. Now, Will,
Yes.
Will, you're a bastard. I love you. You picked the one thing I didn't plan for. I planned for the fight. I planned for you fights, though. But social, like, nah, man, they'll never go for that. Here we are. All right. Let me open up my big book of dramatic tasks and be a proper GM. You magnificent bastard.
Hey, it
Now,
could be a
there's
long
not really
road.
a map for this, because you just do, if you want, I can put a map down so you can access the HUD, if that'd be easier. But, you do all have adventure cards. Remember, you can play those. And all your bennies should be refreshed.
Okay.
Yep. And I got some pretty interesting cards that I could play.
Definitely.
It's okay. I had originally been going, wait, we need medical supplies. I've got hidden stash, but I don't think that's enough.
Actually, if you want to play hidden stash and find enough medical supplies, you can do that.
I'll save that in case the other stuff doesn't work well.
Okay, now, why can't I find Necessary Evil Invasion? Alright. So, my book keeps getting moved on my laptop. They keep changing the name slightly, and it makes me hard to find it. Pisses me off. Okay, there we go. Elevate, Necessary Evil Invasion, open that up. And social combat. Necron, what's the social combat rules?
You know, you keep saying that, and I hear the Mortal Kombat song, except it's replaced as Social Combat.
I'd play that game. I'd play that video game. That'd be fun.
Talk Nujitsu. Will always has all the good memes, like, right at hand. And GIFs.
Okay, so seriously though, where's the social rules? I know it's not dramatic task. It's supposed to be its own thing. Adventure toolkit.
Social conflict is page 143 in the core rules.
Thank you. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, so this is going to be 3 rounds against the person's spirit. You'll make persuasion against their spirit. Now, if you want to use a different skill, you have to use the lower of that skill or spirit. Like, if you want to use science, you have to use the lower of science or persuasion.
Okay.
So you can use different skills. It's like riding. You can't use more than your base of riding when you're fighting on horseback and whatnot. So yeah, it's just like that. Now the guy you're trying to convince is the head of the hospital staff. He is somewhat sympathetic, so he'll listen to you. So you can do support where the 3 of you or you could just hit back, but you can try to like boost each other's rolls, but only one guy can be like the lead talker.
Okay. I'll definitely assist because I'll get D4 in persuasion.
All right. First of all, I'll spend a Benny, and I'm going to cast Boost on who's going to be our social combat person.
My persuasion is D4. Anybody else?
Will, what do you got?
A 6.
And what do you got, Warlock?
A D10.
And persuasion? Okay, well, it looks like you might not need the boost.
Well, I will do a persuasion bonus on my two compatriots, though, so they can help.
I mean, if you're spending a Benny, then I'll let you put persuasion on everyone, one die type, for the scene, and just leave it at that, because the power
Well, I
stunt
thought-
should do, like, you know. And 13, so yeah, you got it.
All right.
It feels weird to deal cards, but here we go. I gotta go get this other guy.
No, I clear your round.
I don't want to clear the round. It must be round 47. Okay. Okay, superpower companion. And we'll go with yeah, citizen's fine. There. Okay, now the reason I brought this thing up is because no, there's no jokers, but when you do a test, you can just drag it onto the citizen, and he'll oppose with his spirit, and like a trait test. They'll go for your persuasion versus spirit. So, okay, Jinx, go ahead and give me a boost roll.
You got Fumar on there, not me.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you're not a protagonist. Let me get that over there. Delete combat and party warlock. There we go.
5.
That's a +1. All right, Rampage, what's your boost roll?
So they'd roll a D8.
Oh, it's 2 levels?
So here is.
No, 'cause Rampage had a D6 to begin with, I
Oh, okay.
think.
Okay, then I will give myself 1 boost.
Okay, so that's a +1. So you have a +2, Drake. Warlock, lay down the shimmy.
All right. So that means I'm going to be rolling a D12 +2.
You don't have a +2.
I thought they were buffing me.
Oh yeah, they are. So that's 11. Sorry, my brain thing. And now I will roll this guy's spirit. So you got an 11. And come on, citizen. Just panning ass. It don't want to show me his sheet because I'm not dragging off the map. So annoying. Okay. $11 versus 10. Now let's see what happens when he went around. Go on, tell me the role play. What are you doing?
I'm like it would be very, very pleasant for the people of this world who can't get normal medical assistance because of the Vizori to be able to get supplies that they need. We beseech you to help us help them.
Okay, now you got a influence token because you beat him, but you didn't get any raises. So you got one, and he's like, I am sympathetic to the cause, but I'm not sure if I can risk my job or the rest of the story over this. And now we go to the next round. Okay, now next round you can try boosting with other things if you don't want to use
We said the lower of the two. I mean, that's still my persuasion still.
That's for the main guy speaking. When you do a support, if you can make it make sense, I can buy it. Like if you're doing like I don't know, science to make them look better, or
Okay.
a research
or
role to see that what might help, this guy. Like you look at his social and see what his Instagram is like, and it gives me insight or something.
All right, I like that. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do hacking on that one then. 7.
okay, that's +1. And Rampage, what would you like to do?
I mean, I could try keep going with the persuasion.
All right, give me a roll.
Yeah, and is this with or without a boost?
The boost is for the whole round because you spent the power stunt, and this isn't a combat thing. This is you talking to someone. So I'm not gonna like make it count out. So you can just have it for all 3 rounds.
Okay. Okay, 5.
Okay, that's a +1. All right, Drake, you got another +2.
All right, so a D12 plus 2. Wow,
You got a 6. And he got a 2. So that's a success and a raise. Do you want to go for higher or no?
Success and a raise is good.
All right, you're now a total of 3 tokens.
As I look at him and say, well, we could give you emergency contacts, so if something happened, you could get out of here. I'm fairly certain we could get you smuggled to a different city where you could ply your trade under a different ID and be a different person and start again. We would protect you.
Yeah. I can take you anywhere in the world like instantly.
Okay, this will be you're at 3, and now we're going for the final round. He's like, yeah, that does sound nice, but I mean, I really don't want to leave my beloved Poochie, which is his dog, and my beloved Woochie, which is his wife.
I've got Portal. You
I'm
take
really
anybody
bad
you
at
want.
making
You take
names.
a third cousin on your mother's head if you want. I don't care. I can take as many people as you want.
Okay, and now we're going to the 3rd round. So, gentlemen, final round. Warlock, you're up first. Actually, if you
Okay.
guys want to do boosts first, you can.
All right.
Yeah, I would delay.
You square off a bit on it.
Okay, you got a 9, so it's +2. Rampage, what would you like to do?
I'm just going to keep going with persuasion.
Okay, so you give him the bedroom eyes for an hour plus 1.
All right, so a D12 plus 3.
$11 plus 3 is 14. That is a success and 2 raises. All right, and he's like, all right. I will give you This is what I can do. I can't just hand you everything, but I can leave the storeroom open, and if someone happened to just come in and portal the drugs at night, there's nothing can be done about that. No can there.
Right.
You have successfully influenced him up to 6 influence tokens, because it's 3 plus 3. So he eagerly agrees to your request.
Alrighty then.
Literally, Drinks, you can make a standard focus check to see if you can just portal everything over to what's his face, and boom, you're done.
10.
Alright, and this happens. You successfully stole the drugs, you've given it to Dr. Red, the Red Cross, the secret doctor of the hospital. Is like, oh, thank you. Yeah, if you ever need medical supplies or help or anything like that, you can just come here anytime and I'll fix you up. No questions asked.
But I think Red Cross is
But more
actually a really good
importantly,
name
all
for
the
a
poor
superhero.
people. I'm sorry. Go ahead,
I
Necron.
was just saying that the Red Cross. I think that's actually a really good name for a healer superhero.
Yeah, he is. And he's like, yeah, well, more importantly, all the injured people in South Point and Resistance members that go to see him will have medical supplies and be able to be treated. So,
But
yay.
yay!
Because you did a good thing, instead of getting an advance, you all may take 1 conviction,
All right.
and I will have to. Ow, my foot hurts. Have to come put that on your sheet. Okay, first one for Warlock. Now Rampage goes up to 2, and Jinx goes up to 2. Okay, does anyone want to play cards to capitalize on this, like Renown or anything like that, or are you good?
I do.
What do you want to play?
I'm gonna play Folk Hero.
After saving the folk hero from dire circumstances, the community adopts you as the local heroes, and you can always find aid there. Okay, so South Point, the entire district of Star City, considers you their folk hero because you saved the hospital.
Okay.
Now, you guys all want to have that?
Sure.
Okay, because that applies to the party. You are like, even though you're technically villains in the Omega Cell, the people of South Point see you as their folk heroes, like
Right.
Robin Hood. You'll always find aid there.
Did any of you guys watch the Penguin show on Max?
No, I'm meaning to get around to it though. Is it good?
It was really good, like Oscar-worthy performances. But one of the things that he's looking for and one of the things he's talking about is when he was growing up, there was this gangster who, even though he was a dripping evil fuck gangster, everybody in the neighborhood looked up to him because he took care of the neighborhood. So he was a bad guy that was also a folk hero.
Al Capone.
Basically.
Speaking of Al Capone, they have a side mission where you find where you resurrect him.
All right.
You guys want to do that, or you want to go against Lucky Warstar?
I'm down for that.
Okay, now, before we go into the next one, I am going to take a coffee break, about 5 minutes, come back, warm up a bit, And then we'll offer up the next couple of adventures that are side quests that you can mop up.
All right. Can you picture Al Capone with the equivalent of a laser Tommy gun and some body armor?
Fuck yeah. And I'm trying to play the vault. Al Capone vault. Back in, what was that? Early 90s, I think that one went to. Early 80s or late 80s?
Late 80s.
Yeah. That was Geraldo Rivera, I think.
Yep. I watched that. It was funny. We have nothing.
I was actually in the audience of a Geraldo Rivera show once.
Really? Not the one where you got the sheriff on that, was it?
No, it was the one all about body doubles, and like most of it was like people standing in for other people, like this person who actually is everybody's nude ass or whatever. But the main thing was about Milli Vanilli and how they were faking it and they were stand-ins.
I remember Milli Vanilli.
Well, if that gives you the time frame of when I was in the audience,
Yeah,
that had to have been like 89, 90, something like that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I was going to a vocational training center because I had quit high school. I didn't feel like going to jail for going to high school. And I was going to grab a body in school. That was going to happen.
Yeah, I was delivering pizzas and selling acid at the time. I have done well over 5,000 hits of acid in my lifetime.
So how do you like Warlock's design as
like
far as the
Yeah.
AI?
Yeah,
Well, what I did,
it's gotten better.
I bought like the 6-point armor, like right out of the core book,
Mhm.
but I didn't want it to look like that, so I was like, let's make it more mystical.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got like low light goggles built into the faceplate.
Nice. You know, I haven't seen that style of horn in like, geez, probably good like 20 years or more. Usually you see like the way they come up the front and they will do the curve and stuff like that. I haven't seen like straight, moon horns in like a long time on any pictures. I like it though.
Yeah, that was perchance. I made like 15, 20 different versions of him before I found the one that I really liked.
Yeah.
But they're all similar.
No, I posted it before. Let me find it again real quick. There it is. This one, that's this. Yeah. There's that's an AI I like to use for a picture sometimes because it's one, it's not it's, well, I'll just say it's jailbroken or whatever. There's no restrictions on it. Plus you can
Right.
you can put in I want Studio Ghibli with paint with like watercolors and shit like that. You combine stuff, and you can make.
I mean,
You make like a whole
that's
bunch
a
of them and shit.
perchance generator, but the one that I use is also perchance.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like perchance. Yeah, because if you there's like they have a shit ton of fucking generators, all sorts of shit. You want furry? They got furry. You want something weird? They got something weird.
Yeah, that's where I end up making my maps sometimes.
I haven't tried them for maps. The Chat GPT has actually been knocking it out of the park. I want to play some Mizzou Story or win.
Hmm.
You're not being a bitch. What the hell?
And read them. I did not tell the older physicians of these things, for middle age is skeptical, cynical, and disinclined to accept new ideas. Besides, the head of the institution had but lately warned me, in his paternal way, that I was overworking, that my mind needed a rest. It had long been my belief that human thought consists basically of atomic or molecular motion, convertible into ether waves of radiant energy like heat, light, and electricity. This belief had early led me to contemplate the possibility of telepathy.
Finally got the heat back on, yeah. Alright, well, you picked the last one, so we got two choices here. You can go rescue 4-star and Lucky, or you guys can find the secret stash of Al Capone.
Al Capone.
I think Necron had this one. Al Capone.
Alright. I mean, the way you guys are gonna curb stomp it, you might be able to just do most of like 3 or 4 side missions in one go. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey.
But that's not a bad thing, because, you know.
If it works, it works.
So yeah, Necron, I'll show you something real quick because it's really easy to tell that this is the same AI. Because I'm going to do a couple of the images that they gave me based off of the same prompt that I used in the other one.
All right.
All right. So
Okay,
those are all based off of what you just gave me.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's nice.
It's the same basic program.
Yeah.
It's got to be same art style, same city background, everything.
Yep, sure is.
you poggers. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. Yes.
Unleashing the Pog Champs. Let's do this. Okay, so the mission is called The Safe. You hear from Omega Informants that the city has discovered Al Capone's old cache, and Mayor Perez wants to hand over his findings to Warlord Griffin because he's sucking up to him. And orders from down high say, no, we're not going to let them hand over Al Capone's secret stash to the aliens. So your job is to stop it. Now, normally you'd be able to try to steal it from the police safe or hit the truck and transport, but somebody put the police department underground. So you're going to have to hit the truck transport. All right, give me your nerd roles, researching, hacking, networking, whatever social media you can do to get the details of where the drop's going to happen.
5.
Okay.
Hacking.
I'm
All right,
going
anyone
to
else
go
trying to take a crack at this?
persuasion. Yeah, I'm going to try and use persuasion to try and network. You know what?
Yeah, you got
Any
nothing.
that.
Oh, feel free. Okay, your dock worker friend's like, yeah, man, it's gonna happen in that such and such parking lot.
right.
Rampage. I mean, Warlock. You got anything you want to do?
Sure, I'm going to use occult to divine where it's supposed to happen.
Nice.
3.
Wow.
Apparently, according to the cult sages, it's gonna happen at Chuck E. Cheese's, which you don't think is right.
All right. Well, I'll take their information. My information's wrong this time.
Okay, so he doesn't SCPD, which is Star City Police Department Special Operations Officers, are been assigned to the task of moving the safe up to Prospect Point. The move is slated to take place at dawn. The Missouri kind of see this as a low priority, but they have like some token drones on there just because, as a show of good faith, they don't want like the humans to feel like they're like this don't matter, but they don't really care as much. But yeah. Now then,
Question. Can I,
hit me.
through hacking, can I get a their route that they're going to take?
Well, the encounter is going to take place on a parking lot map right before they begin to leave,
Okay.
unless you want to ambush them in transit,
Well,
because they have to stop in this like pretty much very empty parking lot and load things up.
okay. Well,
That's probably the best spot to ambush them.
well, my idea was if there's anywhere along the route where they go through a tunnel, that I'll open up a portal in the tunnel, to be the same size and circumference, and they would drive into a warehouse or parking lot, whatever. That's what I get, where we have maybe some high ground and maybe some of the other resistance forces to just if they don't surrender,
Okay.
give stuff that will shoot down on them.
You want to Bugs Bunny them?
Yeah, I want to Bugs Bunny them.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. If you work together and Necron makes the portal and Drake disguises the portal with illusions, it looks like a normal tunnel. And I don't know, Rampage. What do you want to do, Rampage, to contribute to this bad scheme?
I would say probably try to make it seem like there's road construction, so that way the convoy has to go into that particular tunnel.
Okay, so all right, each one of you give me a focus check for your special skill, and we'll say you managed to trick these guys into a Bugs Bunny situation.
Ooh, critical failure on Warlock.
Oh, Warlock, you eat the backlash. What happens when you backlash? You just take damage automatically, or what?
Yeah, I'm supposed to take a thing of damage.
Well, go ahead and take your damage.
Okay, well then I will make my focus roll to regenerate.
That's not critical damage. You can't regenerate.
Wow.
So, like, apparently, whatever god you're praying to, well, like, you do magic. Whatever magic forces you're doing is like,
In the bathroom.
nah, man. No, we're not going to be using ancient Atlantean traditions to be Bugs Bunny. No, and they smack you. Okay, Rampage, because you got 11, you made a raise, so they have to take the tunnel. And how many successes? And Jinx got 1 success. So they know there's something up, but they literally can't go anywhere else. So they're like, you know, screw it, we'll just try taking the tunnel. Now, I will put you in the abandoned parking lot map again because
That's cool.
I don't have a warehouse map.
Yeah.
Combat tracker. Take Citizen out of there. He has no business being in the combat. He's just some dude. Now, you do have the high ground, so do you want to show up with the jet? Or attack from the sky? Or do you want to, like, show up on motorcycles? Or just, like, come out of ambush positions?
Ambush positions, because I can portal us anywhere we need.
Okay, and the Fumar. I'm sorry. Warlock.
I'm going to spend a Benny and use sorcery to actually cast a healing spell on myself so I don't go into this injured.
Okay. If you want, before you go, one of the doctors can try to patch you up.
Okay, well, yeah, if I don't have to waste a Benny.
So, because you literally, just an hour ago, got the best doctor in the city with super healing to be your friend, so. Yeah, he just fixes you. He's like, oh, here. You're gonna screw the Wazori? Yeah, here's a heal. And just go ahead and take the wound off. That's automatic when he does it, because he's an NPC.
Can I get that Benny back then?
Yeah, sure. Let me throw another Benny on your guy. Boop. Right. There you go.
That's kind of embarrassing. I couldn't regenerate my own fuck up from the spell.
That sucks.
Better now than actually in combat.
That's true too, yeah.
Okay, so first I gotta get the images. Now, do you want the discount motel, the gas station, or the parking lot?
Parking lot's fine if you got the map. I mean,
I got the map for all 3 things. I got free maps today.
oh, what were the choices again?
The gas station is pretty much what you expect. It's a grab and gulp gas station. Mm-hmm. The discount motel has a swimming pool because it's a motel. And the parking lot is just a big parking lot next to the highway, and they like appear in the middle of the parking lot. So
I like the parking lot.
Okay, here is my share. You see the map.
Yes. This is Galactus.
Okay, let me move this over. There we go. Zoom in. You can place yourself anywhere. They are going to be that one black car right there. That looks like a pickup truck next to the blue and white one. That's going to be the one with the safe in it. And they're going to come out and look around like, oh, what the hell? There is 12 SOCOP operatives. Oh, you want it to be that one?
No, I mean, I was asking which card did you say again?
Okay, let me put I'm going to draw an X on it so we know which one's which.
No.
Okay, that one. Does that help?
Yeah. It's
that's like that. That's like it kind of looks like a delivery truck. And when they come out, I'm gonna say the car just kind of they're in the middle of a parking lot, so they stop, get out of the car, look around, and try to figure out what's going on. And they're like, eh. So I have to put on like 12 guys and 4 drones. Now these are SOCOP police officers, which means they are human. But you could say they're traitors, so I don't know if you want to kill them or knock them out. It's up to you.
My major attack is lethal, so
Yeah,
Where did you
not a
put
good
me?
day to be a SOCOP officer.
you put yourself.
No, you don't.
You set the ambush.
Then I can't put down any kind of token. It has to come from the combat tracker, otherwise it doesn't count. But you can go
Yeah,
ahead.
everyone stop touching things.
I mean, my token's down there, and I can see Rampage.
Yeah, he pulled it from the comp. You should be able to pull it from. You can grab Jinx from the combat tracker and pull her down, I think.
No.
You know, here, I'll do it for you.
Yeah, you have to. Thank you.
There.
Yeah, because if you don't pull it from the combat tracker, I don't get these little things on my side where I need them. Those little images.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Why do you got images? What is that for?
For my dodge, my parry, and
Toughness?
yeah.
Okay. I gotta delete the extra Fumar. Okay.
I'm gonna put myself.
They make them fucking hard to. You know, I'm gonna throw down 4 hyper drones and just up the game a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did they not have SOCOP in this? Okay. Apparently not. Okay, Necessary Evil revised. There we go. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright then, now look. We're going to reveal all. So you can see them all, right? Good. Now before we start moving around, everyone hold still for a second. Okay, everybody, before we begin, give me stealth. Now, if none of them notice you, you will have the drop, and you'll just get the whole free drop round. You did trick them. Okay. 2, 4, 2. Jinx. You still got that -2, baby, because you got
I know.
your shiny.
I know.
Okay. Now then, I have to roll this guy's notice. 3. And with the wild die, gotta do that instead of give them all 4. And let's see what the SOCOP is. I'm just gonna do a group roll where instead of rolling 12 guys, I'll roll 1 guy in the wild die. 5. So I got a 5, and everyone else got a 4. They notice you. Now, this will begin like this. We will deal cards like normal. Then the player characters all start on hold and take their action. Then we go to normal initiative. Okay, and now before we go, Jinx is on hold. You're on hold. And where's Warlock? Warlock, you start on hold. So everyone who's on hold goes first.
All right. My attack is selective, so if somebody gets in there first, it doesn't matter to me.
Now, if you're doing an area effect, like a burst template, they do get an evasion chance, because they wrote that in Superpower Companion.
It has to say that it gets a breath weapons and such, not.
No, it says in the Superpower Companion, word for word, ranged attack, all bursts, targets have a chance to evade by rolling agility, -2, -4 if you get a raise. That's the power itself. If you don't want them to dodge, then just roll really well, because, I mean, these guys are scrubs. I doubt they're going to be able to beat a -4 on agility. What did you roll to hit them with?
My Gallon.
No, I don't see your shooting roll. There's no shooting attack roll.
There is. Go up.
Okay, so ping the 3 you're hitting.
You can see from arrow.
Oh, never mind. I see it. There's apply, and did you hit one guy twice? Because I only see 2 of them that got hit.
No. 9, 11, and 12. Yeah, 9, 11, and 12. Score profit of 9, 11, and 12.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that guy's already incapacitated. So, yeah, that's good. You took out, looks like you got 3 guys, yeah.
That's me done.
Okay, we put the damage on this guy because it doesn't look like he's taking damage from it. Okay, oh, he's fine. Okay. Okay, next up, Rampage. What are you doing?
Okay, well, I have this hyperdrone in front of me. So I'm going to attempt to punch it in the face.
Who are you punching?
Hyperdrone number 3.
Okay, give me a hit.
Okay.
That's definitely a hit with a raise. Let's see that beautiful damage.
Wow. Nice.
Okay, that guy's dead. Okay, Drake, you doing the cone or the
I'm doing
blast
the cone.
template?
I'll do the cone. Cone does not have evade.
No, it does not.
How do I target people in the cone?
Your best bet.
What was it, Necron?
For here, your best bet is to at the very top of the map.
The 6 over.
Yeah, target mode.
Yeah, the target thing.
And then just draw a box around everybody.
All right, I will try to.
Otherwise, it's control click and just click everyone you're targeting.
All right.
Okay.
That's a hit with a
That's
raise.
definitely a raise, so.
Does it not roll damage for everybody, or do I have to do it
You
separately?
didn't,
You didn't target anybody, I don't think.
they target only the one guy.
I mean, I can see green arrows going to everybody in the cone.
Which is weird. Okay, so before we do anything else, I'm just gonna hit. I don't see green arrows on everyone. Okay, let me click your guy. Yeah, you got green arrows going to everyone in the cone, so I'm just gonna put an 18 on each guy and see how that goes. That would be enough to kill
I know
a
why
normal
this is
guy.
happening. What token are you using, Warlock? Are you using the one you pulled down, or are you using the one that he pulled down?
The one
Using
that
his
I pulled
token.
down.
What?
The one that I pulled down.
Yeah, delete that. GM, please give him a token. These tokens will not work.
Okay, yeah. If I don't pull from the combat tracker, it doesn't work right.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I have to delete you. It's not letting me delete the token because it doesn't like those. Okay, delete token. Now I pull Warlock from the combat tracker and put him down. There.
So you want me
Okay,
to
so
reroll damage?
now, well, if you want to go ahead, just select them and roll damage because you hit with a raise, so it should just let you do things. I gotta turn off.
Like that,
Lock.
if you're doing it manually like that, make sure you hit the little dice button on on that little box thing where it says one action run. Hit that little dice and then roll your damage.
What little dice thing?
You know the box where you put modifiers in, where it also says one action and run?
No.
You should. It's there.
Okay, in the bottom left-hand corner, there's a modifier box, and then there's a dice that says damage.
Yeah, if you're doing all this stuff manually, then we're going to want to click that extra dice button right there. Really, I recommend you just retarget all of them and re-roll till you get a damn raise, and then do your damage.
Okay.
I kind of just like put 18s on and move on because you're gonna kill like most of the guys.
We'll get it next time.
Go for it.
Because everyone in that template that's a normal dude goes down on an 18.
And that was I gesture and say, boobity bobbity boo, and waves of sonic energy come out of my hands.
Okay, the only one that won't go down instantly, I think, is the hyper drone. First, I get him out from that template because it won't let me put stuff on him.
I don't think I had him targeted.
He was on the ass end of it. He was just barely targeted.
Yeah, okay. I'm good.
Okay, but he's fine. So everyone went, and the one guy who's alive, who got killed, who shouldn't be dead, I should take that off, stands up on the ace, and he's like, "Hi, you can't just come in here and say bibbity bobbity boo like one of the freaking fairy godmothers in Cinderella and kill half my squad." And he goes full auto on you. And how many of those hit? 606, so that's 2 hits. And what's that do to you? You're unharmed? Okay, he hits you with the second half. Unharmed.
29.
Okay, and then we move on to the next guy. And next guy that's alive is this guy, and he's like, oh, shit. Looks over at, over here. Jinx, where are you on the map? Oh, there's Jinx. And he goes, spray and spray! So I click the guy, then I hover over and hit T to target. No, it's, what is it, left click?
Control
left click?
Yep.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, this guy's like, I got a problem for you.
Yeah.
And he busts out a full auto saw.
Nice.
Okay, and oh, you're hit twice.
No, I'm not. Miss, miss, miss,
It
miss.
says dodge. Oh, I see what they're doing. Instead of giving him the penalty, they raise your target to hit number.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, but yeah, all that misses. So he just sprays all that ammo, and you're like, I don't know, you whip your hair back and forth so you catch bullets in your teeth. Describe what you want to do, but yeah, it doesn't do anything.
I whip my
Well,
hair back and forth.
I was just thinking that.
All right, we're gonna skip over Jinx. You already did your held action. The hyper drone powers up, and it's like, That enhanced thing tells me what I have to do. Jinx. He's jelly your swag. And he just comes up and hits you with fucking vibro wrist claws.
Okay.
They got off eBay. Apparently they were from eBay. He rolled a 3. Hyperdrome 3 is incapacitated. So Rampage already went. And then we go down to this guy. Those guys are all incapacitated. I'll delete them from the turn order, delete from the turn order, delete from the turn order. Number 10's like, yeah. Where is that guy? Is he even on the board?
I don't see a number 10. I see 9, which is incapacitated.
Oh, I see what happened. They didn't put him on there. He's on the board now. He gets out of the car from back here and it's like, aha, I got you flanked. And he heroically makes fun of your mom. Intimidation. Your mama's so fat when she sits around the house, she sits around the house. And you have to resist with your spirit.
Who?
6.
Well, you're fine. Now it's the Jinx. So cop operative 6. And I'll drag him onto the board. He comes out of a car from over here. And looks at Rampage and goes, aha, I got you flanked. Which means I must throw a grenade at you.
Okay.
And did it... Okay, I'm trying to... I do that. Then control left click. And he throws a pocket grenade at you. 9, 14 damage. Do you want to absorb that? This is fusion, so you can absorb it.
I am going to try and attempt to absorb it.
That's a double negative. That means you will absorb it.
I'm going
Okay,
to
so...
Affinity and reroll that.
Okay, normally you have to take a wound to absorb something, but you're at such a high level that you eat the grenade like a snap and get a transformation token. How would you like to spend your transformation token?
You know what? I want to add on to my melee, my special melee weapon attack.
Okay, cool. And this guy's like, he just ate a fusion grenade, Gary. I know, Larry. Is that why he's the folk hero? Probably. Should we run? I wish we could, but we're in a parking lot. There's no way out.
You know, he's been studying Bordazar.
I don't know what that means. He took board art classes. Okay, for context, in our Star Wars game, there was a guy who basically eats grenades because he has super high soak roll. So every time someone eats a grenade now, we say they study Bordazar.
Yeah.
Okay, and Kurt, Seth, can you open the map for me because I had to.
On your character sheet, second button in is I'm sorry, third button in is find token. Hit that, it'll automatically bring up the map. Oh, and recommendation: if you stretch it to its maximum, I mean maximum size, the map won't disappear as easily because you won't be able to click it off accidentally.
Okay, so he has a 15-point ranged attack AP-10 heavy weapon. Your shield will do nothing for this because he's firing through the shield.
I don't have my shield up.
I'm talking to Rampage.
Oh, okay.
Because you can shoot through a shield and it'll give like 4 points extra armor with a polymer shield, but when you have AP-10, you can just shoot right through it. So this guy is unleashing the heavy drone. You see like that big shoulder cannon from the Predator pop up, and he just shoots a plasma bolt at you. And oh, you didn't come for it. Did you drag yourself on the turn order on the table, Rampage?
Yeah,
you did. I gotta go delete your token and take you out of the combat order. That's why my targeting's not working. There we go. Now, and you've been hit with a 10, so that's a hit with a raise. This is a heavy weapon, AP-10, 30 damage. That's 4 wounds. You can try to soak before we start doing your focus thing. And every wound you soak comes a transform token with your transform ability with focus. And after that, you can try a normal soak.
Okay, so I'll start with the focus roll.
Now this is plasma, which is like fire, so you can soak that. It's not like magic or anything weird. Okay, that gives you take 1 wound down.
Okay, and then here is the.
You drag your Benny down onto the floor.
In the combat tracker.
Okay.
Okay, we apply. So after all everything is said and done, you still have 1 wound. When your turn comes up, you can do the free vigorous thing to soak it, or focus thing for your regeneration.
Okay.
And you're shaking. But yeah, they actually hurt you. Wow. And Hyperdrone's like, yeah, I got that from the Predator movies. Okay, Warlock, we skip over you because you already went. Thought come off where that one's dead. We delete him. Is this guy even on the board? No, half of them were hiding in cars, so I'm going to take him out. He's like, aha. And he sees. Where you at, Warlock?
Right here.
And he gives
Diagonal
you the
down.
5-knuckle shuffle. Looks at it and goes, you may have cool magical weapons, but I have American grit, and you will be defeated by my superior spirit and training. He tries to intimidate you. Please hold your laughter till after you beat his intimidation.
I mean, the way I've been rolling, that might not happen.
He got a 3. Now, can you roll a 2 or lower? Well, how low can you go? Oh, you tied. So technically you win. Because defenders win ties, so you may laugh.
I think about it for a second because American Made is good, but then I shake it off.
Because these guys, yeah, the training might be American Made, but these guys ain't. This other guy just comes up behind you and is like, I'm just going to throw a fusion grenade at him, guys. I don't think anything else is going to bother him. That's not even going to do anything. He's like, he studied Bordozar too. Oh no. We all damn that Bordozar, man. He's ruining our business. The other Hyperdrone is like, look, Gary, get out of the way. Alright, I'm going to hit him with a plasma cannon. If he eats this, then we should just go home and call it a day.
That's a hit with a raise. Yikes.
Again.
That is a shake, and only a shake. 26 out of 25. Wow, all that for a drop of blood. Now I know how Thanos feels. This other guy's like, well, I mean, the grenades ain't working, but I got an idea. And he looks over at Jinx, and he suppresses you.
What does that mean?
Suppression is when you just spray and pray over a large burst template, and
Right.
people have to make a spirit check. If they fail, they're shaken. If they crit fail, they're automatically hit. But if you succeed, nothing happens. But yeah, he just, I'm gonna roll his shooting as a test rather than that, and you roll your spirit to counter it.
Okay, cool.
But this is over a large burst template, and oh god, that's pathetic. I'm spending a GM penny on this. Okay, so he rolled a 22.
Okay, what do I roll? Spirit?
So you have to roll spirit -2 to resist the spirit -2 because you got a bunch of raises. And that's it. It's just a straight. Everyone rolls spirit -2.
Ooh, wow, I'm better at that.
And the worst thing is you get hit by a normal bullet. I don't know if that'll hurt you the big guys, but you, that might hurt.
31.
Okay, so you're fine. Rampage, you're fine. No one, you don't care.
Did he like shoot in a circle?
Well, technically it's supposed to be on Jinx, but I don't want everyone to feel left out. If you don't want to make it, I can say you're not that because he's facing the other way. But yeah.
I figured there was a car between us and him.
Yeah, but do you want to participate, Drake, or not? You want to be the one guy left out, not making yourself look cool in front of people?
I mean, you said spirit check?
Yeah, just a spirit check at -2. Yeah, you know you could eat these bullets for breakfast and crap them into lead, so you're like, nah, man, I don't care. Like, our weapons are ineffectual. They only work on normal people, not these guys.
Hey, they are whittling down my bennies, though.
And we are on a new round. Bam.
No, you have to take us off hold.
I know. Toggle hold. Toggle hold. Toggle hold. And everyone got their cards. Well, the Hyperdrone's got a Joker, so the bad guy, me, gets a Benny. Ooh. And he's like, oh, well then, I'm gonna step this way and shoot Rampage again before he recovers, because hell yeah. Okay, Rampage, this is gonna hurt.
Okay.
Hit with a raise. $32. That's 4 wounds. Go ahead and try to do your transmute thing again.
Yeah.
Okay, you managed to soak 2 of them.
Okay.
And do you want to Benny soak the rest or not?
I am going to try and Benny soak the rest.
Okay, so you still have 1 wound left. You soaked all the incoming wounds.
Okay.
No, wait, you soaked, that was 4, and he soaked what, 3? And he had 1 wound already, so he's at 2 wounds. Okay.
Yep.
That will be, close that. Bring up my combat tracker. You're right, Trek, there's a lot of fussing on this. Take end cap off, and bring it to 2 wounds total. Still shaking. So cop operative sees Rampage is shaking and just like, yeah, man, let's pull on the pressure. And they'll take 1 step over this way. And there we go. Saw full auto. And none of them hit.
Well, 1 hit with the raise.
Okay, and $17. That's 1 wound. You can try your free absorption.
Yep.
And you manage to absorb it. Okay.
Okay. And I will take care of the transmutation tokens. Because I absorbed.
Where you want to put it? You want toughness or something else?
I will.
Okay, and Warlock is there, so this guy just unloads on Warlock. Now, how many hits did you get? 1 with a raise, 1 with a hit, 1 with a hit, and 1 with a miss. So Okay, so yeah, you just eat all those like a champ. And now, next SOCOM offer. Oh, there's so many of these guys. And they're like, there's 12 of us. Ooh. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna do the same thing the last guy did and just open up on Drake because
You should do the squad
it's the
4
only thing they
thing.
got that really worked. Huh?
You should do the squad 4 thing.
Why are you thinking of doing the 4 thing?
The squad. Remember the squad? Each one is actually 2
Oh no, I can't do it with these guys. They all have full auto, and giving a full auto plus 4 on a 4 attack sounds weird. That I think they all might be resilient.
No.
The squad thing gives them actual wounds to compensate.
Yeah.
Because every time you do a wound, you kill a squad member.
Yeah.
Now, did any of these actually hit? We got
3 of them.
one.
One with a raise. So 2 normal, 1 with a raise.
Okay, so we just go. That doesn't do anything either. And drink syrup.
Alright, let's see what we got here. What we're gonna do? You. You know what? Screw it. I'm doing it on you. So, miss.
You still got the Gatling penalty. There is no ignoring the recoil.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
that.
you got that special edge, don't you?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, who you hitting?
The guy in front of me.
You can't use a Gatling in melee.
Yeah,
The two-handed gun.
It's just like a
Hyper Drone 4? No, you have to use a pistol. You can't use a rifle.
Yeah, you can't use rifles in melee.
Oh. Okay, you know, you're correct.
That's the rule of Savage World since forever. You can use pistols in melee, but not rifles.
Okay.
And submachine guns, technically, because they're a one-handed weapon.
Miss.
Okay, so you're doing the SMG. They all miss because you're in combat with the guy. And then we go over to Warlock. Warlock, it's your turn.
All right. It looks like it already took the shaken off me, so I don't have to worry about that.
Just use the blast template. Go paint a weenie.
I fly over here. I gotta roll damage separately. Okay. Well, that sucked.
Okay, so you killed all those guys. You done?
I will finish my movement check by going behind this car. I don't like being shot that much. Now I'm done.
Okay, we will hit next turn. Rampage, you're up. You have Unshaken. Would you like to give me your free regeneration roll?
Yep. Okay, so let's just focus.
Okay, you with a 9, you managed to soak all your wounds. They should be at 0 now.
Yep. Okay. And I'm going to attempt to hit the hyperdrone with both my ranged attacks.
Okay, so you just roll on twice. I just roll on once to get fires twice. Miss and a miss. No, those both hit. Just roll damage twice. You shouldn't gain recoil on your attack. Okay,
And then
and
here,
he's shaking.
and here's the second damage.
And that puts him out. Now, so cop operative is like, great.
Yep.
He calls in an airstrike.
Mm.
No, that's serious. It'll take him around for it to get here, though.
All right. Should I make a notice check to see if I hear him?
You do on your turn. You can do a power stunt to act before, like now, even though your turn already happened, and you'll be at -2, distracted and vulnerable. But it's like an extra action to interfere with the airstrike. Like you could do something to take him out, or like use a spell to turn his
No. I
walkie-talkie
meant
or whatever.
just do I hear it so I know to move and not be here next round?
Yes,
Okay.
but an airstrike is a Tau missile, not a Tau missile, a missile that locks on. It'll be like versus your agility versus their electronics. So it's an opposed check.
All right. All right. Well, I guess I'll have to just deal with that. I'll come up with a spell or something.
But I mean, you can actually, if you know the missile's coming, you can actually hit the missile and shoot at the sky before it gets here. I'm just letting you know that next round I'll try to drop a missile on you.
All right. Thank you.
And the air SOCOP operative's like, yeah, let's do this. He gets in the car and he uses his driving to ram Rampage with that blue and white guard because it's not his. He don't care. All right, Rampage, are you gonna try to get out of the way, or are you just gonna punch this car?
I'm going to do what's probably the very dumb thing and tried to punch the car.
Okay, roll your fighting versus driving. He had a freaking 1, the chicken shit.
He drives really well.
And you got a 4, so technically you win the opposed check, so go ahead and deal damage against the car.
Okay, so what would I roll for that?
Just your punch damage or your gauntlet damage.
The energy knuckles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the car's destroyed, and it's just literally him sitting with nothing but a steering wheel and a chair after you punch it. It's like, oh, shit. It absorbs all the damage and wounds that would, but he takes collision damage of. Let's roll 36. Yeah, he's just sitting there shaking in a destroyed car. Not a bad idea. And everyone looks at Jinx and comes around and goes, I got it, Jinx! I'm gonna grapple you! And he grabs you. So he rolls his athletics, and you get to try to roll your athletics or agility or strength in order to wiggle out of it.
Okay.
And with a 3, he doesn't even succeed in the first grapple. You don't even have to roll an opposed. Damn, that was pathetic. So, you stand on its head. And then hop off like the ancient Chinese martial arts master. Describe how you just, like, completely evade this guy. Nothing.
We give him the grab, I just sidestep and trip him.
Okay, so he's tripped. He's like, I'm looking bad in front of everybody. I mean, your goal is to steal that save. You don't have to actually beat these guys. But, yeah.
They're almost gone anyway.
Okay, it is now the SoCop operative. He has the Joker. And, oh, that's the one with the fucking airstrike. Okay. No, not put him on hold. Take him off hold. Stupid thing. I was trying to click him to get his stat. Okay, Drake. Give me the stats for a SOCOM officer. Quit doing all this weird stuff. Alright, I'm gonna have to roll shooting +2, because that would be his electronics.
Yes, if you look next to the characters, there's like a sword, a shield, and like a target thing or something like that. If you click those, it expands, and one of those will show their stats and all their attacks.
I got all their stats, but he don't have electronics, and I thought he did. I'm doing stuff that is not on the character sheet, because calling stuff in is tricky. So, he got a 16. Now, when it comes to missiles, it's electronics versus the character's piloting. But if the guy's flying like a super, he can roll athletics or agility, which is higher. He'll oppose.
Athletics and agility is the same for me.
Well, then roll whichever you want. And if he wins, the missile will hit. If you win, the missile misses.
Okay, well, I'm going to use not today and use focus instead.
Okay, now, do you want to use, because you're doing not today, do you want to flavor it as in you're throwing a spell to make it miss, or do you just want to actually just dodge?
No, because if I had gone before him, my original thing that I was going to do was I was going to fly over the guy who called and then cast intangibility, so it went through me and hit him.
I mean, if you win the check, we can do that because it has to land somewhere.
Okay.
All right. You do not. You lose by 1. Do you want to pay that?
I mean, the likelihood of getting higher than that is kind of slim to none.
Yeah.
All right then. So, okay, let me go get the missile stats. You are hit by.
Although with it only hitting me by 1, I don't think it's a raise at least.
No, it's not. This is just a standard hit. Necron.
Yeah.
What's the Sidewinder stats?
I have no idea. Probably 6 times.
They should be here. Items.
Okay, be special weapons. This is a Sidewinder 48 small burst template AP6. It has a short range of 100 squares. So 48, that's not a big deal. Let's just put that on there. $13. That doesn't even tickle your fancy, does it?
No, that's about half of my toughness. A little less.
Okay, so Rampage, it is now your turn.
Okay. So I am going to target this guy and target this one. I'm going to try and hit them with my ranged attack. One beam going to each.
Okay, so that's a 3 and a 5. So 1 hit. Roll damage on one of them.
That does have recoil -2 on both.
Yeah, I know, but even without the -2, a 3 is a 3.
This is true.
I don't know
Sorry.
how to program it to take that off.
You could always give him the equivalent of the edge of rock and roll.
Just add +2 to it.
Okay. Alright, anyway. So, yeah, that's a hit. He's shaking. Are you moving?
Yeah, I will move to be right here.
Okay, Jinx, it's your turn.
All right. What?
You're
Okay.
in, nope. He
Okay.
gets an attack of opportunity because you walked
Yeah.
away.
Oh, go ahead.
And he goes, I'm going to electrocute your butthole. He stabs you in the butt with a thumb baton.
Wrong club. That's next Thursday.
3, and he misses.
All right.
Good, wait, there's an actual club for that?
Yeah.
And is this stun or death dealing?
Stun.
Okay, so yeah, he's down. And that's that. Are you doing anything else?
No, I use my turn.
Okay, I'll take him off the board. There's 1, 2, 3 guys left, and they're just like, cheese it! Now, if you're not going to stop him, he's literally going to get in the car and try to drive off. Rampage, you get 1 attack of opportunity. This guy tries to run away heroically.
Okay, then let me clear targets. Just focus on this one. And I'm trying to do this.
I think you hit.
I'll have to hit with the raise. Go ahead and do the damage. Okay, that goes toast. Next guy's like, cheese it! He gets in the car. He tries to drive off. Yeah, give me your sheet here. Yeah, the car stalls a bit, but if you don't interrupt him, he'll get away with his car in the stolen car. This is not the van that has Al Capone stuff in it. This is a random car. Warlock, your turn.
It's a bad idea to friggin' attack me with missiles, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the guy up here, but yeah. He's like, if you spare me and get your tickets to the Lakers game. Will Mark Winsby take the Lakers game tickets, or will he slay this poor SOB? He disconnected. Dramatic tension. I really should get gloves or something. My fucking hands are so cold. We're not gonna put on my armpits.
I'm gonna use this opportunity to go back and come back in it.
Oh, ow, ow, ow. Oh.
All right. Well, apparently my internet went out.
Well, the guy said, I'll offer you Lakers tickets if you spare me.
Yeah, I had rolled a hit. I had rolled like a 7 to hit him.
Well, then you hit him. Just roll damage, and we'll go from there.
I have no internet.
Well, then you want to kill him or not? Because there's no way this guy can stand a hit from you.
That's Providence saying that he needs to survive.
Okay, well then, you do get the Lakers tickets, and he runs away. Everyone runs away, and I am gonna have to take a second real quick to pee, and Necron stepped away for a second, so yeah.
Alright, I don't know if my internet is going to come back up, so...
Well, there's no more rolling. This next part is you just pure role play, so you just listen in, that's cool.
Okay.
Alright, so what's in the safe? Necron, are you back yet? Figures as soon as one person leaves, that person shows up, the other person leaves.
I'm back.
Okay. Okay. Will, are you there?
Yeah.
So, you find 3 things when you crack open the safe. First off, 200 grand in cold bars.
Nice.
Second off is a map to Al Capone's hidden weapon stash of Atlantean magic weapons.
All right.
Third is the instructions on how to revive Al Capone, because apparently he used a yoga mind trick to transfer his brain into a clone specially prepared for him when he was executed.
All right.
So, do you go there and find what's what?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can just literally take the gold and leave, and then just hop in the jet, and you go to this secret Atlantean bunker. And Drake,
Yep.
you automatically recognize the symbols, and let me out. Come back and leave this fucking ambience. Necron, I'm echoing like a bitch, so after this session, you gotta invest in that headset kit.
I think if Necron went to, like, push to talk, it would also take care of that.
I can just mute my mic. I'm good.
Okay. Capone's clone rusts in the okay, so you guys go all the way to a sea cave on Maryland's eastern shore, and inside the larger, there's a 4-foot entry with Atlantean architecture, and Capone had a lot of people under his thumb, including Atlantean gangsters called the Blue Boys. In order to relieve some of what was owed to Capone, they agreed to hide his clone in this cave. Capone's clone rests in an Atlantean hibernation chamber, a glass sarcophagus inlaid with Atlantean runes and gleaming golden metal. A single control panel adorns the top of it. The glass case features a series of colored buttons labeled with more Atlantean runes. Working the controls requires electronics -4, but because Drake speaks Atlantean, that drops down to a -2.
Alright, well, I will tell Necron exactly what, or Jinx what it says, and then hope they can roll electronics or hacking.
Okay, this is electronics roll, Necron, not hacking. But if you have machine interface, you can do your focus instead at -2, because he tells you what the runes mean. Okay, so that's a 9. He wakes up, he comes out of it, he's a little groggy, he's like, hello. Thank you for rescuing me, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
Okay, and because he's like, well, I guess you're here for the hidden weapons cache, and you're not just here for hand holding. because you rescued him, he hits a button on the wall, and you probably never would have found this unless he did it. But the wall opens up, and there is a small weapons cache. 4 energy knives, which are strength plus 2d6 AP2. They're like a switchblade, but a magical energy comes out in the 8 to 16-inch blade. A palm blaster, 5, 10, 20, does 2d10 damage, 3 shots. It is a silver dollar-sized disc that rests in the palm. It lets you shoot magical energy. So it's a very subtle weapon, but yeah. And 6 octobombs, which are grenade-like glass spheres that shatter at impact and create a large sphere of inky darkness. The obscure power, lasting 3 rounds.
Nice.
And it's like, well,
I would not mind having one of those energy knives.
oh, there's 4 of them, so you can have one, and I'll give you a palm blaster and an octobomb. I mean, you can take this stuff. I have like one personal one for myself, but you guys can have the things I just listed.
All right.
And
can you put that stuff on our character sheet?
I will after the session, because I have to go through and find it in the Necessary Evil book and add it. But yeah, I will.
Okay,
I might
no
have
problem.
to put this in custom style. But it's a magic energy knife, so if the trapping ever comes up, it is magical weapons. You're hitting them with magic blast, magic blades, stuff like that.
Cool. That's certainly better. I have like molecular wrist claws at the moment.
Well, yeah, but your worst claw probably has RAP, but it's not strength 2d6, so
No,
it's literally like the melee power at a very low level.
Yeah, my wrist claws are looks like a strength plus a D6 plus 2 AP5.
All right, so this guy's like, yeah. Oh, someone's PMing me. Is that you, Necron, or nope? That's someone else. I don't care. So yeah, you guys can have all that. And Al Capone is back in the game, baby. Now he won't take orders from anyone, even Dr. Destruction. But on the flip side, he is a criminal, and he did know Willie the Fish. So if those two hook up, he could bolster the resistance by turning a lot of the gangers that side with the Missouri or a lot of the rabble into actual criminal empire to fight the Missouri. So,
oh yeah, definitely hook those two up.
He has absolutely no superpowers, but he does have really high stats and skills and a bunch of edges. So he's like a super useful normal.
Well, once we give him an energy Tommy gun and a friggin' some armor, he'll be really badass.
I mean, you can do that now if you want. He prefers the lightweight body armor because it looks like a suit but gives him 4 points of armor. But if he's going into a real fight, he'll wear the full body dress. And the energy Tommy gun, you can choose either the laser SMG or the pulse SMG. Those are pretty much the equivalent of energy Tommy guns. I think he'll probably go with the laser because there's no recoil. No.
Yeah.
Honestly, he didn't use the Tommy gun that much in history. He had a 45 pistol called Sweetheart. That was his signature weapon. And that was handed down throughout his family. I think one of his granddaughters might still have it. Oh, that's that. And that is this tonight's session. I think we're going to leave it here because it's 10 o'clock. Everyone take an advance. And how'd you guys like it?
That was fun.
We managed to knock out 2 side missions.
I don't think I've been shot with a missile directly in Savage Worlds before.
You are that special, bro. I mean, missiles are usually safe for vehicle-on-vehicle combat, but Oh my god, bro. That cost him like 50 grand to do that. You're worth that much to hurt. It's just like, oh. But yeah, you shot with a missile. It didn't even do anything to you, you bastard. You just like brushed your shoulder. Goes, that it?
Well, I mean, look at it this way. I did get hurt tonight. Of course, I hurt myself, but
Yeah. The only time you got hurt was when you fucked up a spell and blew yourself up. Yeah. Necron.
Yo.
That was messed up. The only time you got
Yeah.
hurt is when you slipped the spell.
Oh, yeah, well.
Ah, well. Well, I'm going to hang up for now. So, next week, do you guys want to do this? Because you have mission 7 for the story before you start doing the big kickoff. And there are, like, I don't know, another 2 or 3 side missions you can do. One's called Alien Bloodsport. You might be too famous for that one because you're supposed to sneak in and pretend to be gladiators. Then again, Drake could just do an illusion spell and make you all look like different people.
No.
besides, I guess I became a folk hero.
Yeah.
I was about to say I'm the new guy. They wouldn't know me, but
They know all
actually got
about
famous-
Warlock who robbed the hospital and became a folk hero, and everyone is like, well, they don't know what your face looks like, so you can just change your outfit pretty easy.
Yeah, for costume.
all right. Well,
Before I
have
hang
fun.
up, does anyone want to play a card? Like Renown, Hard Lessons, anything that they want to do before I change the deck tomorrow? So use them or lose them. That card already played his.
I don't think any of my cards were very useful. Ace, Angry Mob, Hidden Stash, and Flesh Wound.
I mean, you can play Hidden Stash now and just get anything out of the book. You found a hidden stash next to the security thing.
All right, I'll play Hidden Stash, and I'll see if I can find something in the book later that's interesting.
Yeah, we'll just say you found that in the hidden stash, and just drop the card in. And what about you, Rampage? You got any cards to play?
No, because mine were Adrenaline Surge, Out of the Frying Pan, Saints and Martyrs, and Shaking in Their Boots.
No, you could have did shaking in their boots during the fight and have everyone run away but the drones in the beginning. Oh well. You live and you learn. See you all next week, gentlemen.
All right, have fun.
Oh, remember, one advance.
Yep, got it.